So if Sheryl Sandberg's goal was to touch a nerve with her new book, which is called Lean In, she's certainly succeeding. In the book, the Facebook chief operating officer examines why there are so few women who make it to the top in corporate America. The problem, she says, could be with the women themselves. Here's CNN's national correspondent Susan Candiotti.
Sheryl Sandberg wants women to succeed and says it's alarming how far they haven't come.
The very blunt truth is that men still run the world.
In her first televised interview to debut her new book, Lean In, Sandberg tells 60 Minutes that leadership roles for women are alarmingly small. Only 21 female CEOs in the Fortune 500.
This is deeply personal for me. I want every little girl who someone says they're bossy to be told instead, you have leadership skills.
Sandberg lays a good deal of the responsibility on women themselves. Facebook's 43-year-old chief operating officer says women too often don't compete for promotions because they're worrying too early about the future.
They start leaning back. They say, oh, I'm busy. I want to have a child one day. I could possibly, take on any more. Or I'm still learning on my current job. I've never had a man say that stuff to me.
Though she also blames discrimination at work and a lack of affordable childcare, her views have made her a lightning rod.
Instead of saying that doesn't work for women and it won't work and let's change the system, she's kind of going backwards and saying, let's change you instead. That's probably where most of the anger is coming from.
But Sandberg isn't apologetic.
I'm not trying to say that everything I can do, everyone can do. But I do believe that these messages are completely universal. The things that hold women back from sitting at the boardroom table, and they hold women back from speaking up at the PTA meeting.
Sandberg, a mother of two, also says leading at work requires men to share the workload at home.
There's an awful lot we don't control. I am saying that there's an awful lot we can control and we can do for ourselves to sit at more tables, raise more hands.
Challenging women to lean in and listen. Susan Candiotti, CNN, New York.
I want to get right to our team this morning to talk about this and much more. Bonnie Phil is with us. She's the founder of HollywoodLife.com. Belinda Lescombe is the editor-at-large for Time magazine. She got that first interview with Sandberg about her book. And Ryan Lizza is back. He's a Washington correspondent for The New Yorker. It's nice to have you all with us.
Thank you.
So you got a chance to spend a lot of time with her. And if you heard a little bit of the debate, right? Is it internal that women need to do more for themselves, or is it external that women, that there are things happening in the culture that need to change, that it's not women changing? What do we think?
I think what Sheryl would say, rather maddeningly, is that it's both. That both we need to change the culture. There's definitely institutional things that need to be changed. But what we have not emphasized or looked at enough is what are the internal barriers that women face? What do they believe about themselves, which does not help them, put themselves forward? And that's what she wants to sort of drill down on.
Have you guys been surprised that she's been such a lightning? Her book is a really great read. I thought it was interesting and entertaining and,
unusually funny.
and engaging.
Yeah.
Right, and she's funny and self-deprecating, sort of everything you're looking for in an author. I was surprised the degree. Oh my God, look at your notes in this book. Come on. Will you look at this? Let's take a shot of this. These are the notes. Clearly you, well, that's what she's become a lightning. People are reading her book with little stick-ums highlighting every little thing. Are you surprised that she's become a lightning rod?
I'm not surprised at all, because women are lightning rods, especially women who are powerful. She's also very wealthy, as well as being successful, and because she's being outspoken on this issue. And yes, I've got lots of stickies on here because I thought it was full of great advice for my audience at HollywoodLife.com, which are young women, and also for my two daughters. And I think she does address the external factors in business and government which are holding women back. However, she believes that if more women can attain positions of leadership in both business and government, then they can help open the doors to other women. And yes, there are things that women do themselves that hold them back. I see that as an employer myself and in myself.
We'll talk a little bit more about that later this morning.
It's John Berman and I just.
I was going to say, our token man can just.
We did not lean in.
Well, it'll be the first time ever. I'm just kidding.